everybody? Welcome to another night of Teen Talk. We back on time on tonight. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another night of Teen Talk with your boy Carson and your girl Kelly.
We thank everybody for tuning in. Listen, tag somebody. Get the parents and the kids on here. Get them on here. We're talking about authority. You know.
The truth about authority.
You know, while we waiting, I'm gonna get my heart out to them beautiful kids that lost their life in Texas. Another senseless shooting. You know, at this point, what can you do? What can you do? Pray and learn and move forward, right? And just thank God it wasn't us. You know, I can only imagine what those parents are going through that lost 18, 19 kids, innocent. Hey, innocent 9, 10-year-old kids that gone. But the question is, this I want you to think, you know, we could talk about, you know, the God being demonic and evil and all that, but the question is, what is God trying to say? You can't tell me he ain't trying to say something. You can't tell me God ain't trying to say something. The question is, what is he saying? So y'all get some people on here, man. We're gonna talk about it, talk tonight, man. And we're gonna learn to move forward and trying to figure out what God is saying in this season. God might not caused it, but he allowed it. So we got to see why he allowed 19 beautiful kids to lose their life. Then teacher, week before those black people lost. What is God trying to say? That's just where we at. So we getting ready to get started. I think I'm gonna be on one tonight. So we thank everybody for tuning in. Look, grab somebody. We getting ready to go in for a minute. Come on, let's get started.
All right, so we're still on our series called Truth or Dare. And tonight we're going to talk about the truth about authority. So how many of you like being told what to do or having somebody in authority over you? How many of you actually like that or enjoy that? And be honest, because if you did like it, then there wouldn't be no such thing as disrespectful kids, right? So with that being said, if you have ever been disrespectful to a teacher, a parent, a police officer, a government official, anybody you've ever been disrespectful to, that means that you had a problem with being told what to do or had a problem with somebody being authority over you. So we're going to talk about it tonight. And why do you think it is that we don't like people having authority over us?
I mean, some people feel like they know it all. Some people feel like they know the answers already. Some people just had that mindset of, oh, you can't tell me nothing. No, I'm grown. I know what's right and wrong.
Well, when kids get to that I'm grown stage, that's that's so aggravating. I'm grown. So who are some examples for you guys out there watching? Y'all, I want y'all to talk to us on tonight. Don't just let us sit here and ramble on. Well, who are some examples of authority figures that you have a difficult time, you know, respecting or getting along with? What do you have any type of authority? You hear me say yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The biggest one I have is working with an insecure person, especially on the job. I don't want the job, big dog. I ain't trying to beef with you, and that's one of the most difficult things to work with a person that you think they want their spot. They insecure, so now they ain't thinking as a team player. They just thinking you out to get them, so they head ain't in the game, and it's really frustrating to, you know, deal with. And you know, but like I say, you got to learn to still, you know, respect them as authority. But it's hard to work with. It's hard to work with a person that's insecure about your position, your title. If you confident what you're doing, ain't nobody gonna take nothing from you. But like I say, I still can't disrespect him. I
Right.
still gotta give him the respect. He's still, over me. I still gotta, respect what he say. But at the end of the day, it's hard working with an insecure person.
So you have a problem with insecure authority
Yeah,
figures.
I can't stand that.
Y'all out there, what y'all got to say? Cam said his biggest problem going to the military. Oh yeah, you gotta respect them people. Your grandma, what problem you had with your grandma? It can be difficult, sometimes to accept someone who has authority over you. Sometimes some people feel like, they're abusing their authority and it can be hard to take. But no one is exempt. Even the president of the United States answers to Congress, the American people, and to the Supreme Court. You have parents, you have teachers, you have coaches, and grown-ups at church who have authority over you. So realize that. Jalen said going to school. God has the ultimate authority, right? And he has plenty to say to us about respecting authority. So we're going to get into that tonight. Respecting authority. We're going to talk about different types of authority figures and why you should respect them. Sometimes we demand respect from people before we return that respect. So we want respect before we even give respect. And while this is common and easy to understand, it's not necessarily right. Some people say, oh, you don't respect me, I'm not going to respect you. That's not the right thing to do. That's not the Christian thing to do, right? You may have parents, teachers, and other authority figures who are not good at their respectful jobs. Some of you may have fathers that walked out on you. You may have mothers that don't do anything for you. You may have grandmas, grandpas that don't, that's not there, or at least you may feel that way. But the Bible says we should still respect them.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's big in our society today. Children feel like, oh, you wasn't there for me, so I'm not gonna. I don't have to respect you. That's a lie. All you're doing is getting into it with God. That's a dangerous thing to do. To say I'm not gonna respect you because you feel like maybe they didn't have it. Maybe they lied to you because they didn't want to hurt your feeling. Maybe they didn't have the money to buy what you wanted. They couldn't get what you got. A lot of things, kids don't understand what their parents be going through. Right. Maybe they just didn't have it. That don't mean that they didn't want to do it. That don't mean that they wasn't there for you. That don't mean that they didn't care for you. But you understand that once you get grown and you start having responsibility and you start having bills. I looked at a lot of stuff different when I got older. Oh, my mama wasn't there for me because you ain't get the shoes you wanted, but you got shoes though, So, but at the end of the day, you still do not disrespect your parents, your elder. I don't care how they treat you, how they the Bible said obey your parents. He didn't say you disrespect them if they treat you wrong.
There was no clause.
It was no clause at all. He said obey your parents that your days maybe longer over you, and you wonder why these younger kids are leaving here faster than the older.
Right.
Cause they got this respect thing messed up, man. You going around disrespecting, rolling your eyes, snapping your neck, talking crazy. You thinking God ain't gonna remember everything that you're doing? And you wonder why you stressed out going through hell, getting picked on at school because you not even respecting your mama or daddy. I don't care what they do. I don't care if your daddy left when you was a little baby. When you come see him and see you respect your daddy, you respect
even if it's 20 years
your mom. It don't matter. You keep that respect. That way you stay right with God. Don't ever think you grown up where you just could disrespect. You don't disrespect people.
Right. And then sometimes it's the best thing for you when that parent is not in your life.
Right.
I hear Pastor Showers, my dad, talk all the time how he realized that it was good that his father walked out on his life, because if his father would have raised him, he would be slapped crazy. He would be a murderer and no telling what else. So sometimes it's, good when that parent is not there. We got to look at it that way.
Right.
Okay, my daddy walked out on me, but it's maybe that was the best thing for me, because no telling what would have happened if that father would have been in that household.
Right.
He probably could have molested you, beat you, abused you verbally. It's no telling what might have happened. So sometimes we got to realize that the plan that God has for our lives, he knows what he's doing. So if a parent or anybody walk out of your life, it's for a good purpose. There's no reason to get mad at that person. There's no reason to disrespect that person. Just realize, that's the best thing for me.
Right.
Maybe God is trying to prepare me for something that I can't get with this person around.
Right.
So we got to think about that like that.
I know for a fact I probably would have been dead or jail. My daddy was out. because my daddy had an anger problem. So both of us on the
Anger problem.
both of us on the street with an anger problem. That's a bad
That's a bad
thing.
combination.
So and he in jail, so I ain't got nobody. My mama would come, so she wasn't rowdy like him. But him, he shoots up clubs, he stab people, he burn them up, pour gas. He was just throw it off. So both of us couldn't be out here. So I was glad he was in jail, because both of us would have been in Angola or dead, because he don't have no common sense back then, but now he do.
Yeah. So we got to remember that respect goes, a long way. No matter, what the situation may be, respect those who have authority over you.
Right.
And our government might not be Christian, but we should still respect the laws that don't cause us to deny Christ.
Right.
So if we say, oh, the government ain't saved making these laws, I'm going to run the red light. That's stupid. You got to respect the laws of the land as long as they don't cause you to deny Christ. Now, if they make a law saying that you can't praise God, then I think I'm going to break that law. But any laws that does not cause you to deny Christ, respect them. Okay? Respect isn't something you wait to give, until somebody prove themselves.
Right.
It's something you're commanded to do by God for certain people.
Respect take you a long way, man. I'm telling you. Respect gonna take you a long ways in life. Long as you stay right and respect people, so you might not agree with them,
Right.
but just don't disrespect them. I don't agree with a lot of people, but I ain't gonna disrespect them. Respect take you a long ways.
So let's talk about the government first. Respect the government. One of the things the Bible is clear about is respecting our government. Let's look at a scripture, Romans 13:1. It says, everyone must submit himself to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which God has established. The authorities that exist have been established by God. So
Right.
no matter if they're Christian or not, no matter if they're black, white, Mexican, Chinese, whatever the case may be, God put them in authority because God allowed it. Nothing can happen on this earth without God's permission.
Right.
So remember that when you're thinking about the government, oh, I don't like the president. The president did so. You still have to respect that man.
Right.
Either way it go, you have to respect that man. And then 1 Peter 2:13 says, submit yourself for the Lord's sake to every human authority, whether to the emperor as the supreme authority. So no matter, like I said, no matter how we feel about the president, the governor, and everybody else in the political realm, we still have to respect them and respect the laws that they set forth in place. We can complain all day, but it's not going to change nothing, right? So you might as well respect it. What you have to say about the government.
Yeah, you respect it.
I'm going to want to cut you off, but let's talk about the police authority, because a lot of these, I'm going to just say, a lot of these young men, black kids have a problem with respecting police these days. So you was once out there. Talk about it. Respecting authority.
You ain't, for the young, you're not going to win with the police. Let me just go ahead and get that out there. I don't care how much you argue with them. I don't care how much. All they going to do is call for backup. They going to beat you up. They going to beat you up when you go to jail. Mm-hmm. You're not going to win when it comes down to the police, right? Just even though they might be a little aggressive, even though they might be wrong, but just do what they say so you can make it home. Because we all know they will shoot you and they'll go to court and deal with it later and beat the charge. So what I'm saying is, respect the police. If you wrong, you're wrong. Your driver's license suspended. Why you mad bucking on the police and you're supposed to be driving? You don't have no insurance on the car, the tag out. So you want only people that get attitude with the police, they're wrong. Only ones that get mad and buck on the police and go and get the law, the one that's wrong. That's all out of whack. I used to be one of the ones. Think the police picking on me. I don't want it. I'm mad on Valentine's Day. The man came in and locked me up. I was buying donuts at the counter. That man locked me up. I swear to God, that man wrong. But that man was right. I had warrants. I had warrants.
Did you get to eat your donut?
No, that nigga threw my donuts on the counter, man. Yep, that black dude he sent the white boy in there, threw my donuts on the counter. We about to go to the mall, I'll never forget, for the banquet. And nigga came and said, I said, man, he's like, oh yeah, you got warrants. I know who you is. It's a dangerous thing for the police to know who you is. They knew who I was, every last one of them. He like, oh, that's Carson. He got warrants. Go get him. I was in the store, paying for gas, getting donuts. But yeah, police, man, you just handle your business. And they will not now. Ever since police I don't get pulled over, they don't bother me. As long as you do right, the police ain't gonna mess with you. You got some bad ones and they got some good ones, but if you doing right, the police ain't gonna mess with you, man.
And if you show respect, a lot of times they'll let you go for the little small stuff. Right. I recently got pulled over. I was on my way to work and I was speeding through Tickfall. Everybody know not to speed through Tickfall. But this dude right here was texting me. You know, do not text and drive, kids. He was texting me and I was speeding through Tickfall. And, you know, I pulled over and I talked respectfully. I showed him. He didn't even, you know, I tried to give him my license and registration. I gave him my license and registration. He said, you about to go to work? I said, yeah. He said, slow down next time and let me go. If I would have got right, why you pulling me over? What you do this, that, and the other for? Right. He probably would have took me to jail in Tickfall or gave me a ticket.
Now he would have found something. Just be nice and get it over with. If you know you ain't wrong, just pay the ticket and move on.
He still let me go.
That's what I'm saying, you know.
Because respect goes, you know, a long way.
But the youngsters, they know they got drugs in their pocket. Oh, he picking on me. He ain't had no right to pull me over. Ain't nobody picking on you. You got drugs in your pocket. You wrong. He knew his intuition told you was no good coming out that neighborhood because he know I ain't nothing but drugs coming out that neighborhood. You in and out, back and forth. Now you mad because the police done pulled you over because he know you winning and you don't belong there and you got drugs. Now he done pulled you over. You talking about he picking on you. No, you wrong. You wrong. You wrong. You wrong. Respect the authority.
Even if they are picking on you, like you go back to respect.
Right.
They may, you know, you get routed, they gonna think they right about you. But if you remain calm, give respect, show them your license, registration, insurance. It used to just be license, registration. Now you got to show them insurance. You know.
Yep.
They might fly by and let you go. You never know, and you can be like, "Oh, thank God for that one." You know, respect. Respect the government. Respect the police. Respect the president.
If you don't respect them, you better get to learn. Respect them, because they're gonna kill you. Listen to what I'm telling you. Them police, they already scary. They were bullied in high school.
Not all
of them, but listen what I'm telling you. If they feel like you're a threat, they gonna kill you. I'm telling you, you're gonna be another one on the news. That black lawyer gonna be trying to get your mama some money because that police gonna shot you down. All you had to do is just shut your mouth, do what he say, and make it home. He said, put your hands on the steering wheel, put your hands on the steering wheel. Get out the car, get out the car. I just want to make it home, officer. That's it. I file a complaint, try to do something later, but just let me make it on. See, what the problem is when the police do be wrong, black people, they want to try to win the argument then. No, you make it home first. Then you try to win whatever they done against you. If you feel like they violated you, you at least make it home, but you ain't going to win right there. All they going to do is end up killing you.
Just know your rights and be respectful. If they ask to search your car, no, I don't give you permission to search my car. You ain't got to be like, you ain't searching my doggone car. You better get the F out of here and all this. You ain't got to say all that crazy stuff.
Some of them gonna search it anyway. They gonna search it.
But you can get that throughout. Illegal search. So just be respectful. That's the bottom line. Be respectful. Now let's get to this topic. Let's get to this topic right here. Respect your parents. That's right. We are all supposed to respect our parents. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but we're going to get into it deep now. Let's look at Ephesians 6, verses 1 to 2. It says, children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother, which is the first commandment with a promise. The first commandment with the promise. It says, honor your father and your mother so that your days may be long upon the earth. So that's a promise. You respect them, God's going to add to your life. Okay? 2 Timothy 3 and 2. People will be lovers of themselves, lovers of money, boastful, proud, abusive, disobedient to their parents, ungrateful, and unholy. Does that not sound like the times we're living in now?
Yeah.
Where people are lovers of money, lovers of themselves, selfish, boastful. Everybody got a stunt for the gram.
Yep.
They're proud, like nobody can't tell them nothing. Abusive, not only physically but verbally, disobedient to their parents, and those that disrespect their parents, they don't respect nobody. You know, they're ungrateful and they're unholy. It sounds like the times we're living in now. You know, we can joke around about the trials of a teenager, but for some of you, it's no joke. Some of us here have many, we may have abusive parents, or we may have a parent who have abandoned us, walked out on us. For some of you, respect may be the most difficult thing for you to do. It may be the most difficult feeling you can produce when concerning your parents, but that does not exclude you. The command to respect your parents remains no matter what type of parent they are.
Exactly.
You are still commanded to respect them.
Exactly.
What you got to add to that?
Go back to what I said earlier. It don't never get to a point where you disrespect mom or daddy. Right. You know, I understand some parents they don't know how to be parents. They don't know how to be a mom. They'll not be a dad, but you still respect them, you know. And go talk to your grandma, go talk to somebody and tell them that you don't feel like, they treat you. It's always a way to, to respect them and just, try to, make the situation better. Cause parents don't know everything. Some of them they
All
don't
learning together.
yeah, they don't know everything. Let's be honest. They don't know everything, but you can't disrespect your parents because they the one brought you in this world. They the reason why you living. They the reason why you breathing. They the reason why you have life. So you might not like it. You might not agree with it. It's cool, but just respect them. That way you can stay good with God. Because
Right.
at the end of the day, that's who you got to answer to.
Right.
That's who you got to answer to. When you disrespect your parents, all you do is just cutting your days off. You never know how God punishes us. So what I'm saying, if he telling you that it's gonna be consequences behind disrespect, it's a lot of stuff that God don't come out and tell you there's gonna be consequences behind. It's a lot of stuff that he don't, but one of them is consequences, but not respecting your mom and your daddy, man.
Absolutely.
So, respect mom, respect dad, respect your elders, do the right thing, respect them.
Yes, absolutely. I wish I would see Imani or any of my nieces or nephews, any kids in the Blaze Youth disrespect their parents. Yeah, I will snatch them up like they my kids, and they know it because I done did it to some of them. Don't you ever get in the position where you think you grown enough or old enough to disrespect your mama or your daddy, and definitely not put your hands on them. Because I've seen some kids that put their hands on their parents. We're gonna take it to the streets. Do not get in the position or the age where you think that you can disrespect your parents. That could be physically or verbally. If you got a problem, you better bite your tongue and go in your room and scream or something, but don't disrespect your parents.
But that don't give the parents the right to mistreat kids either. Just because they supposed to respect you, they don't give you the right to treat them like a dog and disrespect. At some point, them kids they'll blow up and go off. You just can't keep going off disrespecting them, saying they no good. They're gonna be like they daddy. They'll never be nothing. You can't do that to kids.
You know what gets me though?
Respect go both ways. Respect go. If you want that child to show you respect, you gotta give respect too. You gotta show that child on how to do it. You gotta lead by example. You can't curse them out like a sailor, then want that child to respect you. What you about to say?
What I forgot. You didn't let me cut.
You cut me off. Yeah, you can't cuss them out like a sailor. Cuss them out, call him everything but a child of God. Then you mad because he don't respect you. He cussing you out because he get it from you. Right? Respect go it go both ways when it comes to mom and daddy and and kids and stuff. So show respect too. You ain't thought about you gonna say it?
Yeah, it does go both ways. But just remember, kids, just because they don't respect you, you don't disrespect them. Like you said, go to someone if you feel like your life is in danger.
Right.
If you feel like you're getting in the part to the point of depression or suicidal thoughts or anything like that, talk to somebody. Don't disrespect your parent. Go and talk to somebody that you feel safe with and comfortable with, and then they can help you get out of that situation.
We gotta I'm glad you said that. Talk. We gotta. I believe if people start being open and transparent, man, we'll stop a lot of stuff from happening. Yeah. But the problem is, kids are dealing with so much and they're afraid to open up and talk about it. They're ashamed. They're dealing with so much that's on the inside. We got to get to a point where these kids are comfortable to open up and tell you what they really deal with. A lot of them really dealing with demons. They really dealing with stuff that they don't know how to handle it because they're young, right? It's going to take people with experience to help them get out what they're dealing with. So, us as older people, we got to figure out, man, how we can get these young kids to start talking, like telling them what's bothering me, what's gonna make me snap, what's gonna make me go over the edge, like why I'm dealing with it. That boy that killed them kids in Texas, he had to have anger issues for the shoot his grandma.
Well, they said that he was bullied at home and in
I don't
school,
know
and
about no
and
bullying. They
all kinds of
quick to
stuff.
say something about
They
bullying.
are, but you just never know.
Yeah,
That's why I always say, just because a bunch of people are being mean and talking about people, don't mean you have to join in the crowd. You be the one person that show that person some love. And I always felt this way. Like, if somebody was gonna come shoot up the school, they gonna let me go because I wasn't, because I showed them love and friendship. So they're gonna say, hey, I'm about to shoot up the school, Kelly. You go ahead and leave real quick. That's how I always looked at it. So I'm not gonna be the one that's gonna join in the crowd and talking about people just to be talking about people. And I'm working on looking into a series now on mental health with teenagers, and we're gonna spend a series on
mental health.
health.
You need to spend some time on that. Get some professionals up here, but mental health is real, man. And the kids, they dealing with a lot. I'm telling you, like, the drugs making it worse. The kids sneaking doing drugs. It must be something in that vape they doing, cause they going crazy. I'm telling you, man, they gone absolutely.
Well, you
crazy.
don't know what's in the stuff these days.
I don't know what it is, but it's something making them snap, man. It's something that's making these white kids snap and go shoot up. But these parents, these white,
let him get up.
Send the link.
No, I think you're talking about the mental health. You're talking about the mental health, right, Cam?
Yeah, that boy had on bulletproof vests, all them guns. You mean to tell me his mama them ain't know he had that in the house? Come on, man. Did he live with his
mama, or did he live with his grandma?
I don't know. He shot that lady because he ain't graduate.
Really? That's why?
Something about graduating. He just flashed out a shot. That's not funny. Man, they go crazy. His grandma talking to him about graduation. He flashed out, shot that lady.
Seriously?
I'm telling you, they were talking. I gotta go fit and read.
But that's not funny.
I gotta go fit and read. The lady was telling him about he should have graduated and he couldn't handle it. And he flashed it. Why shoot the little kids? I don't understand. I don't get it. I just don't get it, man. Why do you shoot the little kids?
Hey, why you go to the elementary school?
Shoot the. I don't go.
Imagine
go shoot the jail up. Don't shoot the. I don't know. Nobody yet went shot up the jail. Why you won't go shoot? Go shoot up. Go shoot up the police station. But you'll go shoot markets. You'll go shoot kids. All right, if you know you ready to die, go shoot up the police station. Go shoot up them and see what happens. I guarantee you.
You want to shoot somebody? Don't go help Ukraine or whoever.
Yeah, go
them.
shoot them.
They want some shooters.
Come on, man. The kid innocent, man.
They want some shooters over. Go over there.
Lead them kids, man. That's hard to think about, man. And you got to be grateful. Yeah. You got to be grateful. And the kids that's all alive, man. You just got to thank God that he allowed you to make it through, right? The ones that was at that graduation, Hammond High, you got to be glad that God didn't let you die. So, like this saying, like this season, man, we got to see what God is saying. Because somebody got to figure out what God is saying. What the prophets at? What the ones that saying they talk to God daily? That's why I want to know what tell me what God is saying so we can move forward. Evidently, we not moving right, man. And somebody got to be that voice. Somebody got to be that voice, man. Come on, where we at?
Yeah, I think the Bible is just fulfilling itself. These are the times that we're living in.
Yeah, but he's saying the last day they'll prophesy. I don't see nobody prophesying.
So, we gotta, if the things that's happening around the world right now is not opening your eyes and making you want to respect the government, respect your parents, if we're going to talk about respecting the church next, then something is wrong. It's time that we open our eyes and, stop all of the loving of the money and the loving of ourselves so much and the prideful and the boastfulness and all this other stuff. We got to stop all of that. It's time for us to get back down on our knees, and serve God and to worship God, even at a young age, because as you can see, you guys are not exempt from the attacks of the enemy, or you guys are not shoot yourself, right? You guys are not exempt for the things that's going on. So you have to have your own relationship with God. You have to know the word for yourself. You have to have that respect already in you. You guys, are going to be held accountable as well. And if somebody come and shoot up my house right now, I don't have to worry because I know one thing, my relationship with God is on point. Me and God, we straight. So I could leave here, good. My family might hurt because I'm the best thing that happened to all of them. They're going to miss me so much. But on my end, I'm good. So that's how you never know when your time is going to come. Right. So you got to be ready. You got to have that relationship with God,
That's
even at your young age.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Have that relationship with God.
Have that relationship with God. Have that. You don't want to leave here. You are your parent, and you guys I just disrespected my mama. Now my mama went to the grocery store and got shot. I can't fix it now. You know how hard of a burden that's gonna be on you if that would have happened.
Right.
So make sure that your relationship is straight. You respect your parents. You respect your mom, your dad, no matter what they did or didn't do. They could have chose to abort you, but they didn't. Right. So just for that, they deserve some respect.
Right. If you don't see it, you never know when life gonna happen. You never know when it's gonna happen, man. You can be driving down the road, get hit by a drunk driver.
I heard people be riding down the interstate shooting. So
that's what I'm saying. You never know. You never know when life gonna happen. Like Kelly say, the most important thing is that you make sure your soul's straight with God. Because one thing for sure, we all gotta leave, right? We all gotta leave. So, and the thing about it, we don't know when we gonna leave. So that's the most important thing is making sure that that your soul right, making sure you straight with people, that you don't have no bad blood or have no beef with nobody, that you can leave and die in peace. I pray to God when I die, I won't have no beef with nobody. I'm gonna die. Everybody can't say they got a problem with me, right? Cause get it right, because we never know when life gonna happen, and life is that you can die just the way it is, man. And people dying like at a rate I never seen in my life, because with the not just people dying with natural stuff, it's just the violence on top of it it's crazy, man. Our world is in chaos, man. But we gotta see what God is saying, what God getting ready to do. He gonna move. He getting ready to shift. Something's gonna happen, right? Something's gonna happen. So whatever He's doing in this season, I just want to make sure we in position and we hearing from God. I don't want to be, caught up with the rest of them that ain't doing nothing, talking crazy. I ain't saving them. Come on, what's
and then let me go to the next one. One more thing. And they got people that'll see what's going on in the world and they get scared. But like we go back to, like we said, if you already got that relationship with God, you don't. I have no reason to be scared. Yeah, I see the world going crazy, but I'm not scared of anything that's gonna happen because I'm good on my end.
Right.
I got protection of God. I got His covering, His blood, His Holy Spirit got my back. So I can go anywhere and not be afraid. Of course, I'm gonna take precautions. I'm not gonna be stupid, but I don't have to be afraid of what I'm seeing. So the next topic, we're going to talk about respecting church leaders. Our church leaders have authority over us as well. Let's look at Hebrews 13 and 17. Have confidence in your leaders and submit to their authority, because they keep watch over you as those who must give an account. Do this so that their work will be a joy, not a burden, for that would be no benefit to you. Listen, it said, respect them people so that their work would be a joy and not a burden. So me and Carson are youth leaders, youth ministers at Showers of Blessing. And if we just had a whole bunch of disrespectful kids running around acting crazy, doing anything and everything, you know how hard that would be on us. We wouldn't enjoy being youth leaders if we had to deal with that all the time. So, you want to show respect to your youth leader, your pastor, the elders, the mothers of the church, the deacons, you want to respect everybody who have any type of position, so that their work can be a joy. And if their work is not a joy, that's no benefit to you. That's what the scripture is saying.
Right.
So you want to respect those people who are praying for you, those people who are watching over your soul, who are covering you, who are feeding you the word, who are, doing all these things for you for your benefit. So you want to show them respect, no matter what kind of people they are. They still are people of authority, so you want to respect them. I never talk about another pastor, even though they may be all in the media for whatever they may have done. I would never disrespect them still. Why? Because God put them in that position when God get ready for
We
them to come
can't
out of
say
that
God
position.
put everybody in no position. We ain't gonna say that.
Well, I'm just saying, I don't know. I can't say. I'm not the judge. I can't say that. Just because somebody messed up don't mean that God didn't put them there.
I ain't saying. I'm just
So
saying.
I can't say, well, God didn't do this, or no matter what, I can't say whether God put them there or not. So He may put them there for a season. He may not put them in at all. Not my business. My job is to just still remain respectful to them. I'm not gonna dog them and put fuel on the fire.
That's true.
Respect is a hard thing to come by. People have a hard time accepting the fact that people have authority over them. But as you can see, the Bible is clear that respecting authority is important. It's demanded of us by God as the right thing to do. Right. Respect. RESPECT. Tell me what it means to me.
Right. I learned that, with the young kids, if you live in a life of influence, they'll respect you. The kids, they don't disrespect people that they look up to.
Some of them don't. I'm working at a school. Some of them don't care who you are. They so just disrespectful for no reason. Some of them are just plain out disrespectful.
A lot of that gotta be taught at home.
Exactly. And people get mad when you say that. Well, it starts at home. Some people get mad. I've seen some people get mad when you say that.
It do start at home. Where it started then?
I want you to expound on that.
Where it started? If you mean to tell me it starts at home, every single thing you do, it starts at home. That's where it starts at. How your home is set up is how your life gonna be on the outside. Right? How you raise your kids at home is how they gonna be on the outside, right? How I treat Kelly and Imani at home, it's the same. You cannot live double standard. How you run your house, it's the same way they gonna do in the streets. If you stand on principles in your house, they gonna stand on principles in the street. But you have to raise your kids at home.
Right.
Stop talking about, oh no, the parent got a lot to do with it. I'm just to be honest with you. They got a lot to do. But the problem is you got so many people having kids that really don't want them. They don't want them kids. They just wanted the man, but they just happened to got pregnant.
Or they use the baby to try to trap.
Or they use the baby to try to trap the man. I know a lot of people that'll pick a man over their child. I know for a fact they'll rather be with a man than to be with they raise their own kids. Me and my mom just had a conversation for hours because you got people who rather choose a man than to raise their own. Don't tell me don't start at home. Don't you dare tell me that. But you living in a season now where people, they don't put their kids first. If you learn to put your kids first and stand on principles and stop being their friend, you tell them when they're wrong. You don't lie in my face. Don't get away with lying. You ain't gonna steal. You ain't gonna do none of that. If you stand on that, they'll get the picture. But the problem is you want to be your friend, kids. You don't want to be mad at you. Let them slide. I wish I would. Imani ain't gonna play with me. You ain't gonna play with me. She'll talk crazy and joke, but she know when not to don't you ain't gonna steal. My rules is my rules.
Period.
I don't care what you say. You are gonna grow up. When you ever get be in a relationship, it's gonna be with a man. You got some parents now, they let their kid be gay at her. I wish the devil is a lie. The Bible said we gonna stand on what the Bible say.
And then they say, well, I did this, that, and the other in my house. They got it from outside. But you even if it was outside influence, it goes back to you allowing it. You are in charge of what your kids are exposed to. If you expose your kids to certain things, you let your kids go anywhere and everywhere with anybody, then that's still on you. That's still a part of it starting at home.
Right.
Because I'm going through cell phones, I'm checking iPads, I'm checking history, I'm going through deleted files, I'm going through the trash bin and everything. Period. You are in control of that child.
Right.
Everything that child is exposed to, even if you didn't personally expose that child to it, if you allowed it to happen, it still started at home.
Right.
Because Imani can't go anywhere with anybody. Imani can't look at any and everything on TV. Imani can't listen to any music. If she knows that a curse word about to come up, and I'm around her, she know to cut it off because she's not allowed to listen to all that cursing. Why? Because I may not personally curse around her or teach her how to curse, but if I allow her to listen to music with curse words in it, guess what? It started at home still.
Right.
So a lot of people don't look at it like that.
You gotta raise your kids, man, with everything. Who they talk to, who like I'm just be. I mean, money ain't going by everybody's house.
And I'm not, it's not
nothing
about
against nobody,
right?
Nothing. It just don't. You ain't going. I said what I said. I don't care if I feel like she ain't gonna be right by my sister, she ain't going. It just is what it is. I don't care who don't like it, because at the end of the day, that's my child. That's mine.
And it's not about, you don't have to be overprotective. Like, you still want them to be exposed to some of the real stuff in the world so they don't go out there and wild out. You got to have a healthy balance. Oh, he going to be talking about finding balance on the next series next month. But it's about a healthy balance. Like, my parents, they didn't, we know they didn't play about certain things, but they didn't put chains on us either and lock us inside. We was allowed to go out and do things and do what we do. They didn't force us to go to church, when we got older. They didn't force us to serve God. I decided that, I want to be saved. I love God. They didn't force it down, beat me with the Bible.
Right.
So you got to learn how to raise your kids up, in the gospel, in the church, watch what they're exposed to. And at the same time, give them, what they say, feed them with a long spoon or whatever.
Yeah.
Allow them to make mistakes.
Right.
And then teach them, what they should learn from that mistake.
Listen to your kid. Listen, even if you think they joking, man, listen to them. It might make a joke about we work too much. I can tell you what, that weekend coming up, ain't nobody gonna be working.
She always talk about me.
Ain't nobody. Computer's gonna be down. We gonna have family night. I don't care what it. I pay attention to everything she say. She might be joking. No, you'll never say mom and dad ain't have time for you. If I gotta call off for a week, we gonna shut it down. Your family, listen, you make sure your family straight.
Yeah, family time every once in a while.
Yeah, you make sure your house straight first. Everybody got this thing that I gotta take care of my job. I gotta make sure my business, my church. No, your family is first. Start showing your kids that they are important in your life. Start showing them that you come first besides God, your husband, your kids. Show them that you have to lead by example. Start doing stuff with your kids that you don't think they watching that other kids go on vacation. You don't think they watching other kids hanging out and having fun with their mamas and daddies, but they don't never get to do none of that. That ain't no way for no child to live, right? I never went on vacation. I never had birthday parties. But that never caused me to grow up and be, evil and stuff because I understood that my mama loved me, right? But I would have enjoyed it it would have been nice if we would have done it. But I never went on family vacation till I met Kelly. And it's cool though. But now I know that you have to do that to have a healthy family, right? You gotta spend family time. You gotta make sure your kids straight. Make sure they happy. Talk to them. See what they need. You probably can't give them the world. Just sit down and have a conversation. That makes all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
That makes all the difference in the world, man. Don't think just because you buying them everything. No, just spending time, having fun, having family night, right? That it's just about family. Like that weekend, your uncle came in town. We was all about at Fred's house, and Money started crying that she wanted to stay, but she knew we had family night. She knew we had family night, So, but like I say, but what I'm saying is, spend time, have family night. Just do stuff with your family, because your family is what you got. Take care of home first. I don't care about nothing else. I make sure my home's straight.
Well, if your home not straight, then no matter what, when you go out.
Listen, if your home can't, I'm gonna be talking about this. I'm telling you, I want y'all to tune in, because people think that balance is something. It's gonna blow your mind. But if you not balanced, if you not overflowing, you can't be effective. You can't be a good mama. You can't be a good daddy. You can't be a good leader. You cannot be you cannot be an effective person if you're not overflowing. When
Balance is when you overflowing, is that when you can pour into other people and it don't burn you out. The problem is you got people that's been trying to pour into other people, but they don't have nothing they self. So now I'm trying to pour into Kelly with an empty cup, and I'm not giving her what I should be giving her. Now it's causing problems because I'm not giving her what she really needs because I'm burnt out. So we gotta get to a point where you balance your life. You make sure you straight first, mentally, physically, all that. And everything else gonna work together, but you gotta get yourself balanced first. It's gonna be good, I'm telling you. I'm gonna help some first. But listen, respect goes a long ways. It goes a long ways, man. We can't say it a lot. We getting ready to go, but we living in tough days, right? But the thing about it is so sweet about it. If you got Christ, everything gonna work out. I'm telling you, it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out, man. So if you don't know Christ, I want to challenge you. Get to know God. It's never too late, right? It's never too late. It's never too late to get to know God. Get to know God, man. Get in that place. That's one of the things you need to have a balanced life. And some of you'll never have a balanced life until you walk away from some certain stuff. And you start letting certain stuff go. That's the only way you really gonna have balance. It's gonna be good, but I'm telling you, get to know God. If you don't know Christ, we getting ready to pray. That's the most important thing out of everything, because if you would have died today, where would you go? We all gotta go somewhere. We all gotta go somewhere. It ain't, you think we just appeared out of the sky? We going somewhere. You can rest assured we going somewhere. So what I'm saying is, get your life right with Christ. It ain't nothing else we can do. We can get on here week after week. We can talk, tell you, give you all this information. But if your life not right, it serves no purpose.
And listen, once you get Christ, all this other stuff we be talking about will become easy. Because if you
Easy.
got Christ, you're going to respect authority.
Right.
If you got Christ, you're going to respect your teachers and your parents. And you're going to, once you get Christ, all the other stuff will become easy.
Right. We need, we gotta change this thing. It's gonna take people that know the right thing to do it. If you want to see a change, we got to step up and
lead by example.
Lead by example, man. So in this next season coming up, man, I'm about to step out on faith and trust God with some stuff, right? I think I've been holding back long enough, and I think it's time for me to be the voice. I preach about people speaking up, saying something. Some told me last night, won't you do it? So, I'm praying and I'm just waiting on what God say, man. I think I'm about to step out on faith and try guys in some areas, man. So, we could be the voice for the young people, because I don't believe I won't be effective behind this dream. We can do this. This is good, but I got more. Yeah, I gotta get out there in the streets. I gotta get out there, and then I'm about to put some stuff together. So I don't know what's getting ready to happen, but it's all gonna work, for God. So
amen. So make sure y'all get y'all kids and y'all parents, get your kids to join the Connect group. That's what we're gonna be, from behind the screens. We'll be able to talk more personally, one-on-ones, and we're gonna do some outings with them. Carson may take the dudes sometimes. I'm gonna take the girls sometimes. So make sure they join that Connect group so they can know whenever we got stuff coming up. Because you don't have to be a member of Showers of Blessing to join the Connect group. It's for any youth ages 12 to 17. So
Connect, man. That's getting ready to be my prayer going forward, man. I think I'm about to walk away. I'm about to walk away from the plans for sure, man. And I'm just about to take God at his word, right? I don't know what I'm going to do, but I feel like I need to be the voice and to change some of these kids' lives, right? And I know, reach out to the right people that's gonna help, because
that's the thing. A lot of people talk about it. We need this, that, and the other, but nobody's actually out there in them streets. So that's what
So-
I agree with you. That's what
so-
it's gonna take. So I'm gonna push you.
I think
To do it.
I think I think this is my last rodeo in the plant. Right. Why I've been said that, then I think I'm about to trust God in some areas, man. I'm about to
Oh yeah, Jazz, you gotta be in the streets with us.
it's gonna be sweet, man. So I'm working and I'm praying. Y'all be praying for me. Just support me whichever way I go. Just know it's for the change kids' life, right? Because they die, we talk about it, and
Right.
we go
then
on.
we move
man.
on and then
So,
forget about it until the next thing happens.
when I say I want to hear God tell me well done, that's what I want. Because I know a lot of people, man, they dying, they struggling with drugs. I know a lot of
Yeah.
people. I'm talking about knowing personally that's dying with drugs and if you don't have that voice in the streets that's giving them some kind of hope, we're gonna keep losing them. So
Because here's the thing, a lot of us, some of the quote spiritual leaders, we do a lot of talk behind the pulpit, but nobody's actually out there in them
Right.
streets, pulling them out. They're not gonna come to us.
right,
Sometimes we gotta go to them and then bring them to where we are.
right,
We gotta go down, get dirty with them, and pull them out. Like he can help a lot of people that's out there in the streets and on drugs and this, that, and the other.
right.
And then once he get them and I can help them and educate them, because I haven't been in the streets
Right.
like that. So I can say, well, yeah, you should be
Right.
doing that, but I don't understand what it takes to get off of that.
Right.
So
right.
he understands what it takes to get off of that. And I could be in on the other end, like, okay, now that you making this progress, let me help you the rest of the way.
Right.
And that's how it works. It takes teamwork. All of a
Right.
sudden, like
Teamwork,
like
yeah.
Toya, you say
Yeah.
you want to help Jazz. All y'all have a way that y'all can help us, in certain areas. Some things that you've been through that neither one of us have been
Right.
through. So if we all come together, we actually get out there and stop talking about
Right.
it, then imagine the impact that we can make in our area.
Exactly. So, by me working in the plants for almost 18 years, man, took a lot of my time. And I'm about to trust God for a season. And I'm about to start talking to politicians and stuff. I'm about to make it happen. I've been doing a lot of research behind the scenes. I ain't been saying a lot. This is my first time speaking on it publicly, but I think I'm about to put something in motion, man. And I want to bring change to this city. Right? I want to bring change to the city. If I can just start here in this city,
Yeah.
and we'll take over the nation, man. And it's gonna be sweet, man. I'm telling you, God got a plan for everybody. You just gotta trust Him, man. We love everybody. We thank you for tuning in. But I want y'all to be praying. I'm through talking.
Yeah.
I'm through waiting on people.
Yeah.
I ain't dealing with no old people.
Why you say old
Because they
people?
lazy. they ain't motivated.
Listen,
I'm done,
you have to be motivated,
done.
and you have to have a love
Yeah.
for these kids.
I'm
You
done.
have to have a love for these kids, or you'll give up. You'll quit. You
Right.
want to throw in the towel. It takes a lot. But
know.
if you have a love for the kids and you have a passion and want
Right.
to see change, then let us know. Even if you can't be there physically, you just your prayers or whatever
Right.
you
these,
have.
These old people, I know we gotta go, but these old people around here selfish. Look at the churches around here. They don't have nothing for these kids.
Oh, speaking
They don't
of,
have nothing for these kids. They selfish. They just want to come and get what they got. They don't care about them kids.
well,
man.
yeah, a lot of them don't.
They
But
selfish.
speaking of, we getting ready to launch our back to school bash, our youth. We're gonna have a teen summit, we're gonna have a Saturday night concert, we're gonna have a block party Saturday morning, we're gonna have a takeover Sunday that Sunday. So listen, I'm gonna send it out soon. Make sure y'all get y'all kids registered for the conference that's coming up. The theme this year is Our Future is Lit. We're
Right.
preparing them and giving some information that's going to help impact their future, help them make better decisions in the future. I'm trying to get,
Right.
some colleges to represent. We got the SAD Club coming. That's the Students Against Destructive Decisions. We're going to try to get some community leaders out here, set up booths at the block party. Listen, get your kids registered. Don't just register them, but actually bring them to the events. Plan to
Right.
spend the whole day Saturday with us and Sunday morning. The
Exactly.
whole day Saturday, all day, okay? And Sunday morning. But don't worry, they won't get bored. We're going to have stuff to do every hour.
Right.
We're going to have a little break in between, but prepare to spend the whole day with us. It's going to be good for them and their
Right.
future and, helping them be successful in life. So,
Right. We want y'all to help us represent God, man. That's it. All we can do is just represent God. That's it.
Just do that every single day, man. And that's what we need, man. I'm about to be one of the strongest teams ever that's getting ready to take over the city. You watch what I tell you, man. God is getting ready to do something. It's going to have to start by changing these young people. If you need prayer, I want you to get your kids to connect to this group. Text SBU to 55498. We getting ready to pray. And don't forget, at 7 o'clock, Kelly.
Yep, I'll be on Showers of Blessing.
She wrapping up her series. You might want to jump on. It's gonna be good. Listen, let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we thank you for being great. We thank you for being awesome. We thank you for sparing our life. We thank you for allowing us to wake up once again. God, we pray that you wrap your arms around those families, God, those parents that lost that child because a young man didn't understand life. He didn't understand his purpose. He didn't understand, and he took the innocent kid's life. God, we don't know what you're trying to say in this season. We don't know what you're trying to do, but we do know that you're trying to move. So whatever it is, God, that's causing us to miss you, causing us not to hear you, move it out of the way. Move self out of the way, God. In the name of Jesus, whatever it is that's causing us to stumble and miss the mark, whatever it is, pride, whatever our problems at home, our relationships, God, we pray, God, that you'll be the center of our life, God. God, I pray, God, that you'll give every fire to every leader, every politician, everyone that's in high places that have influence, God, that they'll get their fight back so they can start returning lives back to you. God, we thank you for being great. We don't know when you're going to come, God, but we know that you're coming. And God, we pray, God, that you'll get ready to move. Give us the resources. Give us the connection so we can change this nation to bring families back to you. We love you. We magnify you. And we expecting something great. I pray, God, everyone that's under the sound of my voice, just because they decided to show up, that you give them whatever their heart desire. God, I pray, God, that you'll bless them. Whatever they've been praying for in the last few days, whatever they've been stressing about, whatever they've been concerned and thinking that it won't happen, I pray, God, that you'll give them confirmation that it's not over, that you are turning situations around, that people said, no, you're turning their money around. You're turning their relationship, their problem. You're turning their child around. You're turning it around right now in the name of Jesus. I thank you that families are coming back together. Kids are being humble like never before, and they'll begin to serve you because they realize without you, they're nothing. You'll be careful to give you all the glory, the honor, and the praise. Why? Because you are Jireh. You more than enough. You more than enough. Come on, if you believe he more than enough, just put that in the comments. We're getting ready to go. If you just believe God more than enough, put it in the comments. Put it in the comment. He's more than enough. He's more than enough. He been better than good to you, right? Listen, if you want to sow a seed, I want to challenge you to sow a seed. Sow a seed. You don't have to do it. It's up to you. But I know for a fact sowing works. I don't know why I jumped on this. I don't need your money. The church don't need your money, but God trying to give you something. Quit missing your blessing because you won't sow. Just because we ain't in the building, listen, I'm telling you, you sow to where you're trying to go. Listen what I'm telling you. You have to sow and trust God. I'm telling you, God will absolutely blow your minds. Absolutely. If you just trust him and stay consistent. Them bills, they'll start disappearing. I cannot tell you how many bills me and Kelly had. I can't tell you the bills we had. But God just keep making ways. Keep showing himself. Now, I really don't have to work as hard. I don't have to stress about it because I know for a fact that I never been in a place in my life where my bills been on auto pay. I'm gone. I never in my life.
Listen, you gotta
ain't none of my bills.
Ain't
none of my bills ever been on auto pay. I'm telling you, every last one of them on auto pay now. I know it's cool. Listen, trust God, man. It's one of the greatest things that can ever happen to you. I'm telling you, listen, I'm getting ready to go. I'm gone. Watch this. I'm getting ready to free some folk. Get you, this for the men right here. Get you a good woman. Listen what I'm telling you. And the women that's on here, you start being a good woman.
The men on here, you start being
No, listen what I'm telling you. If you get you a good woman, you can't be stopped, but you got to get you a woman that understand God, that stand on business. I'm telling you, if I didn't have Kelly, my life would be in shambles, right?
Period,
gone,
Jazz.
Right? We gonna talk about it one week, but listen, this is, one of the greatest things that ever happened to me. But be honest, right? That's why I'm grateful. But like I say, she can tell a lot of, help a lot of women that, cause she been through hell, but she overcame it. She overcame it. Smart. She thinks she can't help you in a lot of areas, but she could, cause I took her through pure hell. It ain't nothing that Kelly can't tell you about. But I ain't never had no baby on nothing like that. But anything else, she got you. Listen, get you a good woman.
Thank you, Jazz.
And women, listen what I'm telling you. I'm gone. This is the last thing I'm saying. Start being that man peace at home. Listen, a man cannot be a man if he don't have peace at home. I'm gone.
I gotta go start my Bible study. Y'all jump over to Showers Blessed main page so I can close out my series.
Be that man peace, man. I'm gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about.
You gotta tell the young men, because we over teens. We gonna see y'all next week. We gonna continue our series Truth or Dare. Jump over to Showers Blessed main page while I jump over there so I can close my spiritual formation and discipleship series.
Peace.